Greetings, everyone. I am the Reverend Cynthia Rivers, and I'm coming to you to tell you about a great event that's going to be taking place June 12th through June 18th, 2022, about 2 weeks away. The Academy of Worship and the Arts, better known as Tawa, is having its first annual conference. And the conference will be via Zoom. There will be some in-person events, but you will be able to access the conference via Zoom. We're happy to announce that our new website is being completed as I speak, and we will be coming through Eventbrite, and there will be a link that you can click on to go in and register. So the purpose of my video is to kind of give you an idea as to what will comprise the conference. But I want to first start out by helping you to understand how the Academy of Worship and the Arts came to be. I have had multiple careers, and God has blessed me with a lot of resources for teaching and singing and songs that I've composed and curriculums that I've created and dramas that I have written and you name it. And as I get older, I say to myself, there were times in past when I did a lot of in-person teaching. But now with COVID, it's kind of difficult. A lot of people don't want to be together in groups. And so God gave me the vision to say, hey, let's do a virtual conference so that you can continue to spread the good news and to empower people and to be a vehicle of healing and be a vehicle of salvation through virtual conference. And so the conference itself is to actually share with you the mission of the Academy. And it's something that I personally can't do by myself. That's why I call myself the visionary, not the director. God will direct us. I'm just the visionary. But the whole idea of the conference is the mission of First Academy. Let me tell you about that. The Academy of Worship of the Arts was founded to deal with a lot of the problems that we have in worship between baby boomers and Generation X, Y, and the digital generation, because we think differently about what worship should be. And so we need to come to a meeting of the minds. So we'll have a lot of sessions that will place traditional practices in conversation with contemporary practices. That's one of the main goals, is to try to negotiate that. We always want to be empowering our young people to take music and to study voice and to, an instrument, because the arts, I don't know what worship would be without music. Even the churches that don't use instruments, at least they sing a cappella. And so being a skilled musician is very important to being able to assure the future of music in the church. And so that's assuring the future of quality music in the church would be another objective of the Academy. Having been a music therapist for 25 years, we also offer instruction and individual sessions in music therapy. So one of the sessions that we'll do in the Academy, in the conference, will expose persons to that. And if they need further instruction in that, after the conference is over, the appointments can be made to do that. One of my greatest visions and purposes and programs that we have done in the past is a Rites of Passage program that we did for 5 years to empower young people. It's based on the No Disciple principles, and I'll talk to you about that when we get to that session. But I want you to understand that we have multiple goals in terms of the Academy itself. And so in this conference, we hope that we can share with you our mission. And we have 3 specific things that we want the conference to do: to preserve quality and impact for traditional art forms while exploring and affirming the integration of appropriate creative contemporary art forms in ministry and worship. So that's the first thing that I just talked about. So that's goal number 1. To facilitate the mission and exposition of vocal, instrumental, dramatic, dance, and graphic arts through artistic performances. So in the evenings, we're going to have recitals and feature some HBCU concerts, so that we will be exposing and featuring great artists in the evening, and awesome HBCUs, choirs, and during those events, we will be soliciting donations to those universities. And the last goal is to establish partnerships with individuals, agencies, institutions that share in some aspect of the Tawa vision, and thereby avoid unnecessary duplication of services while assuring a greater impact on a larger geographical area. And what I'm talking about here now is collaboration and avoiding duplications of services. Now, God has prepared me well in a lot of areas. I can sing, I can play a little piano, I can teach theory, I'm a music therapist, and an educator. And in a lot of the areas of music I know, I can teach music and worship, taught worship for 15, 20 years, but I can't do everything. And so the collaboration is when I fall down, we have somebody else to pick me up. So when I get to a certain point in piano, I can take you all the way through in voice. But when it gets to piano, after you get to third grade, I'm going to need Portia Hawkins or Joyce Johnson or somebody else to take over. And so that's what I mean when I say collaborate. You don't have to be in competition. All we need to do is to work together to get the best out of each one of us so that our children will not be lost. Our children really need us to step up to the plate and work together and not compete. And so when God told me that, I said, oh my God, I know all these wonderful people that's talented. And so we're going to bring them into this conference. And we pray that you will come in and benefit from what they're doing. Now, many of them have come in not knowing if they're going to get anything at all, because it depends on your registration and your sponsorships. So we're going to put the sponsorship form on our website. And if you even don't want to attend, but you believe that this is a great thing and a great cause, you will be able to go in and just, help us with the finances, because we would like to be able to give all of our consultants and musicians something, but that depends on your support and your registration as to whether we'll be able to do that. And so we thank you for listening to us. I hope you will come, be empowered, enriched, entertained, and even share whatever you may have that would deal with any particular workshop that you may be seeing. So this is the introductory one. I will follow this particular video with an overview of the conference for the entire week. And then I will go into detail for what we will do each day, day by day, so that you will have a sense of what's going on. Bless you. Thank you for listening. And I pray that God will move you to support this event in any way you can. There are several free events that you don't have to pay for. So if you just want to come and do a freebie, that's all right with us. But you do have to register, and you will have to be admitted. And so you have the option of registering for the entire week. And let me say that, for $200. Or you can go to particular workshops if you see something you want. I just want to go to that. I don't want to do that. That would be $30. But let me warn you, if you decide you want to go to something and you hear that's good and you want to go to something else and then you keep doing that, if you were to go to every workshop and pay $30 per workshop, it would be a total of about $400. Now, we have persons coming in here who are used to getting as much as $500 for what they are going to contribute to this conference. And so the $200 is a steal. But we pray that once you view the agenda and the quality of consultants and musicians that will be performing and teaching and sharing with you, that you will understand that this is a great value for you. And so we thank you for listening, and we're going to look forward to seeing you June 12th through June 18th at the Academy of Worship and the Arts, which the acronym TAWA, T-A-W-A, stands for the Academy of Worship and the Arts. God bless you, and we're looking forward to sharing with you during that week.